So yesterday we did the first half. We were comparing the Shatakriyas from Hatha Yoga Pradipika and Geranda Samhita, so that you will remember them very easily. So we put both together in one presentation, and then while comparing, no, it's easier to remember, it's easier to study. So we finished Dauti yesterday. We finished Dauti yesterday of Geranda Samhita, okay, and Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, there is only one Dauti, that is Vastra Dauti, and in Geranda Samhita, we had different types of Dauti. Okay? So that we did yesterday. Now we are coming to the next Shatakarma. We just finished one Shatakarma yesterday. So let's do the second Shatakarma. The second Shatakarma is called Basti. Okay, Basti. In English, you can call it as yogic enema, but I prefer that you use this word as Basti only. As I said yesterday, we were comparing Hatha Yoga Pradipika and Geranda Samhita. We were comparing. So in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, there is only one Basti in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, that is called Jala Basti. Okay. Jala means water. So this kind of enema-like thing can be done only in water, according to which text? HYP means Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Okay. Now, what is the technique? How to do this Basti? Okay. The technique is you have to sit inside the water, navel, up to your navel. Navel should be covered. You have to sit. And how will you sit? You have to sit in Utkatasana. Okay. Utkata means chair, right? How you do Utkatasana? Chair posture. Similarly, like that, you have to squat completely in such a way the water comes up to your navel. Okay. And after that, what do? You insert a tube into the anus and then contract the anus. In the process, what happens? All those area gets clean. Now, benefits according to Hatha Yoga Pradipika, the benefits. Okay, according to Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So, it helps in if the glands are enlarged, okay, and spleen. In Sanskrit they say gulma pliha, okay, for spleen. Okay, so and it helps in that, and all the disease which are caused due to the excess of vata. Vata means wind. Okay, vata. Bile means pitta, and mucus means kapha. Okay, this basti will help to get rid of all those disease which arises because of excess of vata, pitta, and kapha. All these diseases are eliminated. Okay, and what else? And any dosha which is in excess, that also is destroyed. So for that, the word used is dosha upachaya. Okay. And then what other benefit? The senses are purified. Okay, mind and senses are purified. For that, what is written? Dhatu, Indriya, Antakarana, Pradiptim. Okay. This Indriya is senses, Antakarana is mind, and Dhatu is our body is made up of, according to Ayurveda, our body is made up of 7 dhatus. Okay. Rakta, Mamsa, okay, Medha, okay, Shukra. So like that, there are 7 dhatus of which our body is made up of. So this helps to purify all these dhatus, Indriyas, and Antakarna, Man. Okay, so this is according to Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Now, according to Geranda Samhita, there are two bastis. Here there is only one basti. Here there are two basti. That is Jala basti and Sthala basti. Again, Jala means water. So the same procedure, same technique, what we used in this Hatha Yoga Pradipika, same technique has to be done. Okay. Sit in Utkatasana, and then here what it is said, simply contract and expand the anal region. Okay. They have not talked about inserting a tube and all that. Just contract and expand the anal region. Then the benefits according to Geranda Samhita. Okay, benefits according to Geranda Samhita. Again, it removes all those disorders which are caused due to excess of vata. Wind means vata. Okay, excess of wind. And it also helps to cure the any problems related to urinary and also digestive problems. And it is given in the shloka that because of this shatakarma, because of this karma, it makes our body beautiful, like Kamadeva. Like you may not understand what is Kamadeva. He is God of love. In English, they say Cupid, right? You are able to understand when I say Cupid, right? So here also we have one Deva, one angel, one God for love. So he is called Kamadeva. Okay. So that is Jalabasti of Geranda Sanhita. Now, Sthala Basti. Now, what is the Sthala? Huh? Shushka or Sthala means you do it on land. You don't do it on water. You do it on the land. Okay. So, how do we do it? You have to sit in Paschimuttanasana. Now, you know what is Paschimuttanasana? You have to sit with the legs straight on the floor in Dandasana. Then raise your hands, inhale, and bend and catch hold of your toes. Okay, that is Paschimuttanasana. Okay, so this Sthalabasti has to be done in Paschimuttanasana. Okay, and how will you have to practice Basti in the lower portion, that is below your navel. How will you do that? You have to contract and expand the anus by doing Ashwini Mudra. When you contract and relax the anus, it is called Ashwini Mudra. Here also contracting and expanding but that is done in water. Okay? So here it is done on land, that is why it is called as Ashwini Mudra. Okay. Now, what are the benefits? It removes all the diseases related to your stomach, and it improves your bowel movements, and it enhances your digestive fire. So, Basti according to Hatha Yoga Pradipika and Basti according to Geranda Samhita, Jala and Sthala. And here only Jala. Right? Yeah. So, the next Shat Karma, the next karma is Neti. Okay, Neti. Okay, now according to HYP, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Neti will means only one Neti, that is called Sutra Neti. Like here there is only one Basti, that is Jala Basti. So similarly, here there is only one Neti. Neti means nasal cleansing. Okay, and that is called Sutra Neti. Now, what is the technique? What do they do here? They insert a soft thread through the nose. Sutra means thread. Okay. So they insert a soft thread through your nostril. Okay. And what should be the length? One hand span. One hand span means it is from here to here. That is one hand span. Okay. Where is it given? It is given in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Okay. Why it should be one span? Then only if it goes into the nostril, you can bring it out through the throat, which demo you have already seen the last Sunday. Okay. So that is called Neti. This kind of karma is called neti. Okay, now what is the benefit? See, you should remember all the benefits which are given in the text. That is why I'm going to share this PPT with you so that in single PPT you can study everything. Benefits is Kapala Shodhanam. Okay, if you are not able to say Kapala Shodhanam, you can just say it cleanses the cranium. Okay, cranium region, and it bestows clairvoyance. Clairvoyance. Okay, and it also destroys all the diseases. Okay, what kind of diseases? Look here. Urdhva Jatru Roga. Urdhva. Jatru Urdhva. You should call it as Jatru Urdhva. Jatru means shoulders. Urdhva means up, above. So it destroys this neti, destroys all the diseases above, which are caused above the shoulder. Now just imagine what are all the diseases can be caused. Ears are above the throat, ear, nose, it's also above your shoulders, okay? Ear, nose, and throat. So you can see all ENT related problems. Okay, this neti can help you to overcome all the ENT, ear, nose, and throat. Okay. So you should remember these two words, Kapala Shodhanam and Urdhva Jatru Roga. If you cannot remember, you can tell it in English. Okay, so now let's come to Geranda Samhita. Geranda Samhita also has only one. It mentions only one neti, that is called Sutra neti. Now here it says that, you again take a thread half as long as your arm. So your arm is this much, so half as long as your arm, and then it says insert into your nose, take it out through the mouth. Yes, the technique is the same. Everything is same. Now, only you see the benefit which is given, it is different. Okay. In Hatha Yoga Pradipika, see this kind of benefits are given. Kapala Shodhanam and Urdhva Jatru Roga. Whereas in Geranda Samhita, what benefits are given? It helps to give you perfection in Kechari Mudra. Now, what is this Kechari Mudra that we'll learn later? Okay? Just touching the tip of the tongue on the upper palate and close your eyes and yeah. You have to, so this Kechari Mudra cannot be practiced by us. Okay, we have to go to the Guru in the ashram, and then it's a very long procedure. Okay, to perfect it, it takes even 6 months, more than 6 months. Okay, so Kechari Mudra, it gives you perfection in Kechari Mudra, and it eliminates Kapha dosha. If Kapha dosha is in excess, okay, so it eliminates that, and any diseases arising out of this excess of Kapha dosha, it removes. Okay, basically it removes all the phlegm, this neti. Okay, and then what else? And then you get divine vision, right? You get divine vision. Like here you get clairvoyance. In Hatha Yoga Pradipika it says clairvoyance. Here divine vision, divya drishti prajayate. Okay? Okay. Because it cleanses, no? The full cranium it cleanses. Okay? So then after that, the body is prepared for pranayama and meditation. Okay? Then you get divine vision. Okay. The next karma is Nauli. Okay. Nauli means abdominal massaging. That day you saw in the demonstration. Okay. She was moving her abdomen from right to left and left to right. Correct? So in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, it is called as Brahmara Nauli. It is called as Brahmara Nauli. And the technique, again, you have seen, you have to lean forward, you have to protrude the abdomen outside, and then rotate it from right to left and left to right. Okay? Now this is called Nauli. By whom? By all the Siddhas, yogis and Siddhas. Now, what are the benefits? According to Hatha Yoga Pradipika, the benefits, it kindles the digestive fire. Now, in Sanskrit, it is called Jatar Agni, but in English, you can use the word digestive fire. Okay. Then, what else? All the disorders of the doshas. It removes all the disorders of the doshas. Okay. Doshas means there are 3 doshas, no? Kapha, Vata and Pitta. Okay. And it brings happiness. That is what is given in the shloka. Okay. Now, Geranda Samhita, will you call it Nauli? No, you will not call it Nauli. You will call it the same Nauli. It is called by the name. Geranda Muni has given the name as Lauliki. Okay. Same abdominal massaging only, same abdominal massaging. Here it is called Nauli and here it is called Lauliki. Okay. So, in Geranda, again, there are 4 types of Lauliki. Vama, Dakshin, Madhya and Brahmara. See, here there was only Brahmara. Just move from right to left and left to right. Okay. But here it says Vama. Vama means isolate those abdominal muscles. Take it on the right side. Again, isolate the abdominal muscles on the left and take it on the left side. Protrude it on the left side. Madhya. Madhya means the center. Okay. Where you have the transverse abdomen. Okay. There, it protrudes out. That is Madhya. Madhya means central. Okay. Brahmara. Brahmara means it's the same as this one. Okay. Move from left to right and right to left. Okay. So there are 4 types of Lauliki. Okay. So same technique is the same. Abdomen should be rotated swiftly from side to side. Okay. And what it does, what is the benefit? It destroys all types of diseases and it activates digestive fire, Jatar Agni. It is very important, okay, for Nauli. Okay. Kapala Bhati. Kapala Bhati, we have been practicing in the practical. So, everybody knows. In English, you can call it frontal brain cleansing. Now, Kapala means this frontal area, this forehead. Okay. Bhati means to shine. Okay. So, when this portion will shine, when that frontal bone cleansing happens from inside, then only this portion will shine. Okay. So, in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, it is called Kapala Bhati. Okay, it is called Kapala Bhati. Achha. And how do you perform? Perform exhalation, inhalation rapidly like a bellows of the blacksmith. That is called Kapala Bhati. Right? You breathe very fast and your abdomen moves, your lower abdomen moves in and out. Correct? Yeah. So that is called as Kapala Bhati. Now, where it is, how does it benefit? First thing is it reduces obesity or excess of fat. It removes the excess of fat, obesity. Next is very important, most important, Kapha dosha. This Kapha dosha means any phlegm is there. But one thing, when there is a phlegm, you should not do it. To prevent the phlegm from coming, that time you can do it. So you have to be extremely careful. Again, when you have acidity, on that day you should not do Kapalabhati. Okay. After the acidity has gone, to prevent the acidity, yes, you can do. Right? Okay. And it helps you in doing a better pranayam, good quality pranayam. So always we practice Kapalabhati before practicing pranayam. we practice Kapalabhati first. Okay. Now, Geranda Sanhita. In Geranda Sanhita, the Kapalabhati is also known as Bhalabhati. Okay. Here also they say Kapalabhati only, but Kapalabhati has another name. Geranda Muni has given another name to Kapalabhati, that is Bhalabhati. Now here, let's see how many types of Bhalabhati, Vatakram, Vyutakram, and Sheetkram. Now, Vatakram. What happens in Vatakram? The breath is inhaled through Ida, okay, and exhaled through Pingala. That means it is inhaled through Surya Nadi, that is right nostril, and exhaled through the left, that is Chandra Nadi. Okay, and how it should be done like this, see? Okay, like this, see, like this. Like that. Okay, you do single nostril at a time. So that is called Vatakram. But in exam, practical, you have to do only this Kapalabhati. Whether it is Geranda or HYP, you have to do this Kapalabhati only. Okay? Acha, what are the benefits? Benefits is Kapha Dosham Nivaraye. Means it removes the Kapha Dosha. It removes the Kapha Dosha. Very important. That's what is given in the, it's given in the shloka. Okay, second kind of Bhalabhati, according to Geranda, that is Vyutkram. Vyutkram. Okay, in Vyutkram, what do? You take water in your hand, you suck the water through your nostrils like this. Okay, you can use a glass also, not necessarily in hand. You have to use a glass, but yeah, you suck in through the nostril and you remove the water from the mouth. That is called Vyutkram. Okay, Vyutkram. Okay, now what is the benefit of this? Again, Kapha Dosham Nivara. It removes the excess of all the Kapha Dosha. Kapha means phlegm. Okay. Sheetkram, Vyutkram, Sheetkram. Now the Sheetkram is exactly opposite of Vyutkram. Here we were sucking the water through the nostril and removed through the mouth, correct? Whereas in Sheetkram, you have to suck the water through the mouth and remove the water through the nostril. So all that passage gets cleansed. Okay. So you suck the water through the mouth with a hissing sound like this. Like that you take, no? And then the water comes out through the nostril. Okay. Now what happens through this? The practitioner's body becomes beautiful. Okay. Again, like Kamadeva. Kamadeva means Cupid. Okay. Now what are the benefits? Kamadeva Samo Bhavet. That person becomes very beautiful or handsome like Kamadev, like Cupid. And it destroys 20 types of diseases arising out of kapha. 20 different types of disease arising out of kapha. So this word is important. 20 types of disease. Okay. What for Sheetkram? According to Geranda. Because Geranda only you have 3 types. Whereas in Hatha Yoga Pradipika you have only 1. Okay. Okay. Now Tratak. Okay. Tratak means concentration. Concentrated gazing at a single object. Okay. Single object or single point or whatever. Okay. So in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, what is given? You have to look intently. You have to gaze at one small point. How long should you gaze? You should gaze till the tears start flowing. That is it. Okay. To confuse you, we'll ask, you should do it for 5 minutes, should you 10 minutes, or should you do it for half an hour? So you should just say We have to gaze until the tears flow down your cheeks. Okay. So that kind of karma, Shuddhi Kriya, is called as Tratak by whom? By Acharyas. Okay. So what is the benefit which is mentioned in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika? All the diseases related to eyes get destroyed or eradicated. And what else? Fatigue, tiredness will go away. Then laziness also will go away. And it should be kept secret like a gold or gold in the jewelry box. You keep jewelry in the jewelry box, right? And the word is called Hataka Petakam. Okay, that word for that is called Hataka Petakam. Okay, don't worry, I'll add that word and give. But you can use like how you keep jewelry in a jewelry box, no? Like that, you should keep this Shatakarma. This is this karma. So it is that much important. It is that much useful. Okay. In Geranda Sahita GS, what it is told? Gaze at a subtle object without blinking the eyes, blinking of the eyes. And again, until the tears. Okay, same thing is given with different words. It is called as Tratak. And what are the benefits? Shambhave Jayate Dhruvam. That means we can get perfection in Shambhavi Mudra. See, there is one more. We get perfection in Kechari Mudra, right? So like that, here we get perfection in Shambhavi Mudra, where Tratak. Okay. Then Netra Roga Vinashaya means it removes all the diseases of your eyes. Then Divya Drishti Prajayate, increase the divine vision. All these are benefits and you have to learn them. All these will come for your Viva. Okay. So these were all the different kriyas, Shatakarma as per Hatha Yoga Pradipika and as per Geranda Sanhita. Okay. Now, so we have finished. One second. Let me share this other PPT also. Let me share. Yes. So, in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, we finished with the introduction. We finished with the chapter 1, important shlokas of chapter 1. Okay. How a heart should look like, hermitage should look like, sadhak tattva, badhak tattva, mitahara, pathya, apathya, everything we have covered, right? And we also covered Shatakarma, which we covered just now. And the third thing we covered the pranayam, okay? And that day we also talked about the symptoms of Nadi Shuddhi, okay? Symptoms of Nadi Shuddhi. We talked about it that day. Okay, now the next we'll be doing is Mudra. The third chapter is Mudra. Okay, first chapter is Asana. Second is Kumbhaka. Second chapter, name of the second chapter. You should know the name of the chapters. The third chapter name is Mudra. So here, how many mudras are there? The first question will be asked. In Hatha Yoga Pradipika, there are 10 mudras. Okay. Now, what are those 10 mudras? Mahamudra, Mahamudra, Mahabandha, Mahaveda, Kechari, Uddiyan Bandha, Moola Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha. So, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The remaining 3 are in the next shloka. Karani Viparitakya means Viparita Karani Mudra. Okay. Karani Viparitakya, Vajroli, Shakti Chalanam. Okay, sorry, here. Karani Viparitakya, Vajroli, Shakti Chalanam. Right? So in all there are 10. So idam hi mudra dashakam jara marana nashanam. Okay, so what are the benefits of the 10 mudras? When someone asks you, you should be able to tell. The general benefits of the 10 mudras are Jara, Marana, Nashanam. What is Jara, Marana? These 10 mudras will help you to overcome. Jara means old age, Marana means death. So it will help you to win over old age and death. Okay, that is why it is called Jara, Marana, Nashana. Okay, so these are, so you should remember 10 mudras are there, and these are the names of the 10 mudras. Okay, so you tell it in the sequence, then it is easier for you if you tell it in the sequence. Okay, so the first one is Mahamudra. How should you do this Mahamudra? This looks like Janu Shirasana, correct? One leg is out, the other leg is folded, and you're catching hold of the toe. This looks like Janu Shirasana. So you have to sit in Janu Shirasana. Okay, then look up first, then catch hold of the toes. Okay, catch hold of your toe. And after catching hold of your toe, you have to apply the bandhas. See, first big toe stretched, then you hook the toe. After hooking the toe, first thing is you have to press this heel on the perineum. See, this heel on the perineum, first you have to press and then catch hold of the toe and hook it and catch it. Then what you are going to do, you put this chin down like this. That means it is called Jalandhar Bandha. Okay. And then you have to apply Udyan Bandha. Take this abdomen inside. Okay. And apply Udyan Bandha. Okay. And you can see the spine. It is fully stretched. Like Janu Shirasana, you should not go down and touch your nose on the knee. No, that's not what we want. This is Mahamudra. So this kind of mudra is called Mahamudra. Okay, so what are the benefits? It removes Mahaklesha. You can use this word Mahaklesha. Okay, then what is Mahaklesha? That is Avidya. Avidya, that is Mahaklesha. Okay, and what else? Same, Gulma, that is, or diseases of the spine or spleen or enlargement of the spleen. And Kushtaroga. Kushtaroga means leprosy. Kshaya means it will destroy. Okay, if there is leprosy or if there is any enlargement of the spleen, okay, all that it will destroy. So, Mahamudra. Okay, we can do this in the practical. Okay. Then, Mahabandha. What we studied just now was Mahamudra. Now what we are going to do? Mahabandha. In Mahabandha, see, you have to sit in first in Padmasana. Okay. And after sitting in Padmasana, you have to apply all the 3 bandhas. All the 3 bandhas you have to apply. How will you apply? First, you apply the Moola Bandha. See that anal region is there, right? Below. So you have to pull the anal region inside upwards. You can see the arrow, right? You have to pull the region inside upwards. That is Moola Bandha. Then what is Udyan Bandha? Udyan Bandha is you pull the after inhaling, just pull this Moola Bandha and pull this abdomen inside and then lock your chin. So you have applied all the 3 bandhas in one posture, Padmasana. So that is why it is called Mahabandha. Mahabandha. Because you are applying all the 3 bandhas. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of this Mahabandha? Okay. As I told you, we are applying all the three bandhas. That is why it is called as Mahabandha. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of Mahabandha? Okay. Now, it is told that this Mahabandha, it is very useful in preventing the death. Okay. That is why it's called Kala Pasha Mahabandha. You can even win over the death. Okay. Skillfully. Okay. So that is why they apply this bandha. And what does it bring about? What is the most important? That you can overcome death, that is okay. That is there in all the mudras. So what is the special about this mudra? It brings about the conjunction of all the three nadis. What are the three nadis? Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. Okay. It brings about the conjunction. The Ida and Pingala will be balanced and Sushumna will open up. Okay. So when the Sushumna opens up, what will happen? Okay, it carries the mind. It carries the prana to the Kedar. Now, where is Kedar? Like how you have Kedarnath, no, here. So similarly, we have Kedar inside our body. It takes the mind right here. Okay, that is behind to the Agya Chakra. And where is the Kedarnath? Here. It is the seat of Shiva. It goes straight to the seat of Shiva. Okay, because that Kundalini is asleep. Okay, so by applying this bandha, all these three bandhas, you are awakening that Kundalini. Okay, that Kundalini is like a serpent. I mean, you can imagine it to be like, it's not a serpent. It is, you can imagine it to be like a serpent. Okay, so it will come like a serpent, it will come up to this Sushumna Nadi and it will reach the seat of Shiva, that is Kedarnath. Okay, so that is three bandhas. Okay, so after three bandhas, Mahaveda, Mahamudra, Mahabandha. Now the third one is Mahaveda. In Mahaved, what will you do? In Mahaved, now we have already learned this Mahabandha. Mahabandha means sit in Padmasana and apply all three bandhas. Okay. So here in Mahaveda, you have to sit in Mahabandha. Sit in Padmasana and apply that Mahabandha. Means all three bandhas. Okay. And of course, you have already inhaled first and then what will happen? In Mahaveda, see, there are 5 kinds of Vayus in our body. Okay, there are 5. So try to understand that first. Prana, Apana, Samana, Udana, and Vyana. These are 5 types of Vayus. Okay. Now, all these are Prana Vayus only, but they are called by different names because of their location. Okay, where they are located. Accordingly, their functions also will vary. Okay, for example, prana is located here below the throat, right up to your chest region, up to your diaphragm. So prana is located there. Then where is apana located? Apana is located below the navel, wherever the excretory system and reproductive system, no, below the navel. So prana is located here and apana is located below the navel. So what is going to happen in this Mahaveda? In Mahaveda, here we are stopping the prana also and apana also. Why? Because all three bandhas are applied. Prana's direction is upwards. It will come through the nose. You cannot do it because you have applied the bandha. And apana cannot go. Apana's direction is downwards. And apana also cannot go down. Why? Because you have applied the bandha, mula bandha. Right? Here you just see all these bandhas. So apana cannot go like this, down. And here prana cannot go up because of all these three bandhas. Then what will happen? Here also it is locked. Here also it is locked. What will do? Then the downward apana will start going upwards. Okay. And what that upward prana, where will it go? It will start coming downwards. Because it is locked everywhere. Up also it is locked and down also. Okay. Then what will happen? This prana which comes down, the apana which comes up, they will meet at the center point. That center point is samana. This abdominal area, na, samana. Okay. Both will meet over there. Right. Then, yes. Okay. Then what to do after that? After you have applied the bandha, mahabandha, okay. You have to keep both your palms on by the side of your Padmasana. Okay. Say for example, you have applied Padmasana. Okay. That yogi has applied Padmasana. Keep both the palms, and then what you have to do? You should raise your body using the help of your palms. Just raise your body and then strike your buttocks again on the floor. Again, raise your body and strike it again. Okay. By doing this repeatedly, what happens? I was telling you about the three nadis, right? Major nadis. Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. Okay. The prana which is flowing through the Ida and Pingala, okay, they will start now. They will come out and meet at a common point and enter into the Sushumna. That is the middle one. Okay. You can imagine, no? Ida means the left side of your spine. You imagine your spine. If I am sitting like this is the left side of my spine. That is Ida. And this is the right side of my spine. That is Pingala. Okay. Now that will enter into this. And the Sushumna Nadi, the prana will start flowing through the Sushumna Nadi. That is the main idea of doing Mahaveda. Okay. Now, what is the benefit of this? It destroys old age and death. Jara, Marana. Okay, old age, death. It increases your appetite. And it gives you Ashta Siddhi. Anima Adi. Anima Adi means Ashta Siddhi. Okay. What are those Ashta Siddhi? Anima, Mahima, Anima, Lagima, Garima, Mahima. Okay. And Prakamyam, Ishatvam, Vashitvam, like that. There are Ashta Siddhis are there. 8 Siddhis are there. Okay. So this will give you, Siddhis means perfection. Okay. Perfection, powers. You can talk like this also. If they are powers. Okay. That means you can make yourself according to the situation. You can make yourself very big. You can make yourself very small like an atom. Okay. You can become very light. And you can fly in the sky. Okay. Or you can become even very heavy. Okay. These are all powers. That's why they are called Ashtasiddhis. So, example is Hanumanji. I have already explained to you about Hanumanji, during that Surya Namaskar presentation, right? So, this is that. Keep the hands by the side and lift the. Okay. Now, this is that Udian Bandh. See, you can see, that bone is coming out, right? The chest bone. This is Udian Bandha. And Mula Bandha she has applied, and this is Jalandhar Bandha. So this is Mahabandha. Okay. After sitting in Mahabandha, you have to keep the hands not here actually. You can keep it here also. Here. And then you lift yourself. Lift your buttocks and strike it against the floor. Okay. Now I was telling you something, no? We will discuss about Kechari Mudra later, I said, right? By doing one Niti Karma, you get perfection um, in Kechari Mudra, correct? One of those mudras which we saw just now. Okay. So here they're talking about Kechari Mudra. How it is accomplished? This Kechari Mudra is accomplished by thrusting the tongue, this tongue, into the gullet. It should go
To the
via,
back. To the
yes,
back.
yes, it should go via like this to the back.
To the palate or back?
No, it should go to the back.
Okay.
I should read here. Okay. By turning it over itself and keeping the eyesight in the middle of the eyebrows. So you have to keep your eyesight here and then, okay. Now, Kechari, okay? It has two words. It is made up of two words, Ka and Chara. Okay? Ka means Brahman. Brahman is the, you can say the ultimate truth or the ultimate space where everything exists. Okay, from which the other things come up. So, Ka means Brahman and Chara means you're moving freely without any obstacles. Okay, or you can say Chara means flying. Okay, and what is the meaning of mudra? Mudra means it's a symbolic gesture. Symbolic gesture. So Kechari Mudra. So here, we'll just see, we'll go through this. So you can see the prana should go upwards. Okay. And the pineal gland is just here, below, behind the eye. Okay. And this tongue, it should go up here. Okay. So first we'll just see this mudra. Basically, it opens up. It opens up all your salivary glands. Okay, you have salivary glands here, so mudra opens up that, and it also prevents painful symptoms of salivary glands disorder. This is okay. This is, you can say, physical benefit. Okay. Now, actually, what it does from inside, okay, this Kechari mudra, it stimulates the pituitary gland. Okay, it stimulates this pineal gland is here, and here only in this area only you have the pituitary gland. Okay, so it stimulates the pituitary gland, which means it activates if you stimulate the pituitary gland, it becomes more and more relaxed. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. Now, when the parasympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic is, you should remember, sympathetic system is fight or flight. You either fight the difficult situation, stressful situation, or flight. You run away, you escape from there, the situation, right? Whereas that involves activity, correct? Movement. Whereas in parasympathetic, it is rest and digest. Your body, your mind is fully at rest, and then the digestion happens. Okay. So that parasympathetic, when it gets activated, the body, it stores a lot of energy. Naturally, when the body and mind are relaxed, the energy is conserved, energy is stored. Then immediately what happens? Your heartbeat slows down. Your breathing rate slows down. And then immediately you feel relaxed. Okay? And this Kechari Mudra, it is very effective in case of, any hearing problem or, dementia, memory loss. For that, this Kechari Mudra is useful. Acha, the Kechari Mudra means not that one which is given in the book, not that. Just to tuck the tongue inside and keep. Okay, that's simple Kechari Mudra. Okay, so here what do? The tongue is rolled inside. Okay, it is a symbol of controlling your senses. Okay, stopping your senses from going out. Okay, controlling your senses. Now here, the tongue is fixed in one place. And then what happens? It is to calm you down. It is to make you quiet. Okay. Sometimes even if you don't lock your tongue, what happens? Even if we are sitting quietly, the mind will be, chatter. It will be going on with this chattering only. Okay. I did this, then I want to do that. Morning I should have done that. It will be going on chattering. Even though the speech muscles are not moving, so to completely lock your speech muscles, that is why this is done. Okay. So it will start quietening your mind. If the tongue is locked, it will start quietening your mind. So it will slowly draw the mind also inwards. Then in this case, your meditation becomes much easier. Okay. So this regular practice, it removes the symptoms of aging. It stimulates the pituitary gland. Okay. And it secretes growth hormone. That is why it is called as an anti-aging mudra. Okay. Okay. Now comes the Viparita Karni Mudra. Okay. Now the Viparita Karni Mudra should look like this. See, it should look like this. Okay. So here, when you're in this position, see, when you're in normal sitting position, what happens? Your navel is down and your head is up. Correct? Correct. Now, our bindu is stored here. Okay, our bindu. You can say it is, nectar. Nectar is stored over here. That nectar is called as somaras. Okay, somaras it is called. Okay, so that means we refer to, what do you call this as Surya. Because here only the digestive fire is there, correct? So wherever this area is Surya and wherever the Somarasa is stored, nectar is stored, that is called as Chandra. Surya is here and Chandra is here. Acha. Now when you raise your legs like this in Viparita Karni Mudra, when you raise your legs like this, what is happening? Before this sun is down and the moon is up. Okay, let's call it as sun and moon. That somaras, it is called as moon and this abdomen is called as sun. Okay, so sun is down and the moon is up. So what is happening? That nectar, somaras, it is directly falling inside the sun. Matlab, it is getting burned. The somaras which we need for our meditation, okay, to get the final stage, that is getting wasted. It is falling into your Surya, means it is falling into your sun, and that moon drops, it is falling into your sun and it is getting, it's a simple way I'm explaining. Okay, it is getting burnt. So to prevent that from happening, viparita means ulta, means upside down, reverse, or you can say upside down. So here upside down, what is happening? The Surya is down and the Chandra is up. I mean, sun, sun is down and moon is in a higher position. So we can prevent the, what do you call, the nectar, the moon's nectar from falling into the sun and getting burned. Okay. So that is what has been told about the Viparita Karni Mudra. See, above the navel and below the palate respectively are Surya and Chandra, means sun and the moon. So this mudra called as Viparita Karni Mudra should be learned under Guru's instructions. Okay. Now, here, what are the benefits? They just mentioned. That is, it increases the appetite. Okay, first of all. And because it increases the appetite, if you have been practicing for a long time, you should increase your intake, food intake. Okay. Okay. If the food be scanty, it will burn him. That means it will burn him means you will get acidity and other related issues. Okay. That's why it is said that if you are practicing regularly means what? We are doing hardly 5 seconds, 10 seconds, like that. These and all for 1 hour, 2 hours and all they are practicing, no? For them it is told like that. Okay. We are doing for 5 count, 10 count, like that. No? Okay. Now Udyan Bandha. Udyan Bandha, again, sit in, what do you call, Padmasana. Okay. After sitting in Padmasana, okay, what we do, you just inhale and exhale, put your head down and this uptake, you pull the abdomen inside and pull it upwards. Okay, we'll practice all this in the practical. Okay? On Sunday, but not on Saturday. We'll practice on Sunday. Okay, so here what it is said, the belly above the navel, just above the navel, it is pressed inside and pulled upwards. Pulled upwards. Okay. Press, it will touch the spine and you can pull it upwards. So this Udyan Bandha, it is like a lion or for the elephant of death. Okay. It is called Mrityu Matanga Kesari. Okay. Mrityu Matanga Kesari. Matanga means elephant. Okay. So he has compared the death to that big wild elephant. So Mrityu Matanga Kesari means he will win over the death, which is like that untamed elephant. Yeah. So it is like that. So we win over the death. So it has been told like that. Okay. Now Mula Bandha. Okay. Now here Mula Bandha, what exactly happens? I was talking about in Mahaveda, I was talking about that prana and apana, right? In Mahaveda Mudra, I was talking about prana and apana. Okay. Prana means upward flowing prana. Apana means downward flowing prana. Right? But here in Mula Bandha, what do? You pull that anal region inside and upwards. Okay. And you have locked that area, that practitioner, he has locked that area completely. So when you are locking that area completely, what has happened? That apana, which normally should come downwards. Okay, normally which it should come downwards, it goes up by force because it has nowhere to go. It is that door is completely locked. Okay, it has nowhere to go. That downward apana start coming upwards. Right? So that is called, that is called Mula Bandha. This process of contracting the anus, it is called as Mula Bandha. Okay. So just press the heel and draw up the air upwards. Okay. Okay. Now Jalandhar Bandha. Now Jalandhar Bandha, you can see This, no? See, he has locked the chin completely. Yeah, that is called Jalandhar Bandha. Okay. Oh, it's 10:10. 1 second. Oh, I'll just finish this Jalandhar Bandha and then we stop. Okay? Jalandhar Bandha. How should you apply? Contract the throat and press the chin firmly like this against the chest. This is called Jalandhar Bandha. Again, it is Jara Marana Nashanam. Jara means old age, Marana means death. So it destroys old age and death. What destroys? This Jalandhar Bandha. Okay. Now, what is happening here? Okay, it stops the hole. There is a hole here, right? So when I do this, okay, what I'm doing? I'm closing that hole. Okay. And what is over there? Jalandhar, Jala means there is a network of nadis flowing here. Upwards, network of nadis. Okay. And also I just in Viprita Karni, I talked about sun and the moon. Okay, Surya is below and Chandra is here. So when you do this, what happens? You prevent, again here in Jalandhar Bandha, you prevent this nectar, Somaras nectar, from going into your Surya. Okay? So it is therefore called Jalandhar. Why it is called Jalandhar Bandha? So these two things you should tell. We are closing the hole here and there is a network of nadis. Okay, Jala. Jala means network of nadis here. Okay, and this, by pressing this, we are preventing the moon from falling into the sun. Okay, that is why it is called. And it is all the diseases regarding the throat are destroyed. Okay, so what we'll stop here. Okay.
I'll miss tomorrow and day after.
1 second. Just one more.